Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and I am Grayson, and I have a new friend today. His name is Bob. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you for having me, Cammy.
Well,
It's
thank
an
you for
honor
being
to be here.
Okay, so you are like very important in the entertainment world, you know?
That's what I think. That's the rumors. The rumors are saying that. I don't know how important I am. I do my little best to help.
Okay, so tell people who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Bob Celestine. I'm an entertainment attorney. I'm based in New York City. I have over 25, 30 years of experience in the music industry, and I represent recording artists, singers, songwriters, producers, independent labels. I've worked with major labels. I do it all.
There you go. You didn't mention podcast hosts.
I actually have a couple of podcast posts that I do represent. So
Okay.
Hopefully I can work with you guys too.
Sounds good to me. Okay, so tell me what people need from you. What actually do people come to you for?
Well, most of the times I have recording artists that come to me
Okay.
because they have been presented with a recording contract from a major record label
Okay.
or an independent label.
Okay.
And my job is to negotiate the terms of the agreement, make sure that the terms are as favorable to them as possible.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Normally, when you get an agreement, the first draft of that agreement is going to be heavily favored towards the record company, right? They have language in there that is much more advantageous to them.
Exactly.
So my job is to negotiate and make those terms as advantageous to my clients, so that the agreement is a fair one for my clients.
Wow. Now, is an author considered a talent?
Of course, an author is also a client. I actually represented an author who wrote a book, so he had a deal with a major book publisher,
Okay.
and I had to negotiate that agreement for him.
Oh, wow. The reason why I asked, because I am.
Yes.
And so this is amazing. I'm glad I'm meeting you.
Yes, you can call on me if I can help you. I will.
Oh, wow. So what is the worst case that you've worked on?
Wow, worst case. Well, the worst cases are when a client approaches me after they signed a contract that they didn't have representation in the very beginning of the negotiation. In fact, they didn't even negotiate; they just signed the contract.
Excited.
And then when they find out that the company is not living up to the terms of the contract, now they either want to get out of the contract or they want to somehow help, rectify the situation. And it's very, very difficult to do that.
Yeah.
Right? Now, on a personal note, one of the worst things that's happened to me twice is that two of my clients have unfortunately been killed.
Oh, my gosh.
One is a rapper named, they both were rappers. One is a rapper named XXXTentacion out of Florida, and the other one was Pop Smoke.
Oh.
And both of those clients of mine, unfortunately, were victims of robbery, of a burglary, and it's something that every day it's a very traumatic experience, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Oh, wow. So your job is like not easy at all.
It's not easy. I have a lot of enjoyment from it because my job is to protect the culture creators.
Right.
And the culture creators for this country, if not the world, are black people of color.
I love it.
We're the ones who create art, fashion, culture, flavor. We bring flavor. Without us, there'd be no flavor in this country, and if not in the world.
Wow.
So my job is to help protect those culture creators and make sure that they get value for their intellectual property and for the great things that they provide to us in terms of enjoyment, pleasure, having fun. That's important, and there's a value attached to that.
Wow. So if you could give some words of wisdom to a new artist, like at this conference,
Yes.
what type of advice would you give that new artist?
First and foremost, I would advise every artist out there to familiarize themselves with www.copyright.gov. That is the Copyright Office in Washington, D.C. You don't need me, you don't need an attorney to help you do this. Whenever you create a song or you create an album or you write a book, you should go register the copyright with the Copyright Office. What that does is it helps you protect your intellectual property in that creation, in that work that you've created. So that if someone out there tries to steal it from you, you have legal redress. You can sue them for copyright infringement. That's the first thing you should do.
Okay.
Right? The second thing is, and we talked about this a minute ago, don't sign a recording agreement Don't sign any
Yes.
kind of an agreement
Yes.
where you're giving up your rights to your music or books that you write or a podcast, for example, without making sure that you have that agreement reviewed by an attorney.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this then. Would you say it's safe for an artist, for instance, our studio? We bring in podcast hosts, right?
Gotcha.
So do you think it's safe to introduce you, a person like you, to our podcast hosts because they are uniquely making their own shows up?
What
Is
do you
that
mean safe? Is it safe for them to have an attorney?
yes?
Sure.
Just to advise them on
Yes.
what they're doing because we don't know the knowledge.
Well, one of the things that you should definitely, absolutely, positively do that you haven't done with me, maybe you're going to do it after you interview me, is every time you have a guest, they should sign a release.
Yes, we do that. We do that. We did
Where's
not.
my release?
We didn't bring our releases
See,
today.
come on now, you're playing.
We didn't, but we will get your information. My card is there. That's
Okay.
why I got your name.
Okay.
And so we will send you the release. But
See?
normally we do at the studio. We
You should
absolutely
have
do that.
copies of the release in every bag, wherever you're traveling, in your podcast, you should always have a copy of that.
That's it. I did know
Or
that much.
You can have the person that you're interviewing say, I hereby give to Cammie and her podcast
Nice.
all rights to utilize my image and my voice in any form of medium from now until the end of time.
I love it. That means I need to get the next lady back up here.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. See,
You're quite
I've
welcome,
learned a
Cammie.
whole lot tonight.
Absolutely. That's the name of the game. I'll be here for the weekend.
Okay.
Shout out to Becky Gaston from Virginia Fleet DJs for inviting me. And it's my first time here. And I hope to have a lot of fun and give a lot of information and, chill out and hang out.
Yes, absolutely. I would like to invite you to a couple of my shows.
Okay.
I think your knowledge is just great for the world.
Well, listen, I'd be more than happy to help. I'm in New York, but I'm available through Zoom. So just let me know, Cammie.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. We use StreamYard though.
All right, cool.
All right. Thank you so very much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I
I'll be
feel
here.
good now. I
You
was like,
should
all
be.
right.
I was
Let's
making
go.
you feel
Well,
good.
I'm gonna let you do a drop, and I'm gonna
Okay,
drop
cool.
off and let you do a
All
drop.
right, now what do you want me to say?
I want you to say who you are, and then.
I got this thing in my ear. Look at this. I look at the tape. Look at this. I hope nobody saw
Well, I
that.
thought that was the cool thing.
Oh, it was a cool thing?
It was a cool
All right,
thing.
that's cool.
You know how people do that. I thought that was cool, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Did this look bad? Did this look bad? Okay, good. Okay, good.
So
My name is-
invite people to listen to SKST Radio Network.
SK what?
SKST Radio Network.
Yeah, put that right there. It's SKST. Say that 1,000 times. SKST Radio Podcast. Let me know when you go. Say 1, 2, 3, go. My name is Bob Celestine, and I invite all of you out there to listen to SKST Radio and Podcast. It's the shit.